Where'd my mouse cursor go?
I'll throw my yarn on the floor because I know that's where it's going to end up anyways. I missed a call from Mickey because I didn't have, hey Mickey, Discord in front of OBS. Can you hear me?
Unbelievable. Yeah, I can hear you. All right. And I got the low quality, weird angle FutureRush restream there.
Okay, let me put you on my phone.
So did you go back and redo that single crochet?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm through, I think it's row 19.
Nice.
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to put you on my phone. I'm going to put you on the computer.
I should probably pull up the pattern here. Where was I? I did row 20, it looks like. I haven't retired, JDO. In fact, I'll probably stream a video game tomorrow.
B-Boy says I need a controller that can connect to Switch and PC.
Hey, Zarek.
That I wouldn't mind destroying and stealing the PCB out of. I don't know what that is. What's PCB?
Primary circuit board.
Oh. Well, that's new to me today. I did not know that.
Oh, today is a Japanese holiday. It's respect for the aged, or aged day. That's a good holiday. I'm aged. I could use some respect. Whoa,
Okay,
is my gain like super high right now? Whoa, what are we doing? There we go. I have my gain like blasting. Maybe I should check my levels before I go live. Alright.
I kind of half-assed that. Like, I kind of do, but sometimes I'm not very thorough about it.
KnitQuest
okay, so
2,
I should
actually.
have 19. Let me just make sure. Let me just make sure I have 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. So I'm ready for round 20. I don't know if I'm going to put music on again because I have to mute the Discord channel and turn on like the desktop so people would hear anything that comes through my desktop.
Too much work,
not just you and the music. Yeah.
Right. I'll just sing to your channel.
And I do kind of, well, I guess I could make the window smaller so that I could see both my chat and you. Yeah, that'll work. I just have it kind of over top of OBS. Okay. Okay, OBS. We'll do
How many
this,
rows of this do we do?
and then do that, and then do this. So I am going to turn on some music. I think I had 2 minutes muted in my last one. And the music just, that song just ended. So that makes it difficult to know what the volume is like.
I know. I always like jump right to the middle of a song to see what the level's like because they often start out so quiet.
Yeah. Okay.
fact,
This
mine's
feels
pretty
a
quiet
lot
right
like
now.
cotton and not very much like acrylic. But it says it's acrylic on the label.
Oh yeah? Is it stretchy?
But it does not, I don't know. Kind of, but not as stretchy as, say, wool.
Mm-hmm.
But it just does not feel soft to me. I need to change my stream title and my category. I'm double checking the label. It does in fact say 100% acrylic.
Why bother making it acrylic if you're not going to make it soft?
Right. Okay. So I'll put that over here. Because I have a feeling I might need to write down more stuff. Yeah, row 21 through 25. I'm going to have to write down more stuff. So I'm going to try really hard not to do any single crochets until
Good
the
luck.
end.
Oh yeah, there on the brim. You can get in all the single crochets you want.
I must have did the first stitch because of where my stitch marker is, but maybe
Oh yeah,
I
that's
just stuck
the
it in. Maybe I just
easiest.
stuck it in there. I don't know. And I have no video to know for sure.
Either way, especially like if you pause and talk or
I
something
think
like
I know
that.
what it is. I did, because that row 19 ended in a slip stitch. That's why that's there. And then I did a chain 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Or that was the slip stitch.
So
Yeah.
you've finished row 19. You're working on row 20 now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are you on 20 or no?
I'm doing
I thought
21.
that's where you were.
I had finished 20 on our last one.
So chain 2.
I'm seeing if I remember how to do this front post and back post half double crochet.
It sounds like the Steelers might be playing tonight for Monday Night Football because
Oh, yeah?
it
You got
sounds like
Fireworks
I'm
going
hearing
off?
Shadow listening to it.
Oh, okay.
No, we're not that close to the city.
I mean, we're not that close to Seattle, but when the Seahawks play. We
Like
get
where
the
I lived
fireworks.
before here, I could hear fireworks from the stadium, but not here.
Oh, no, we just hear fireworks from people who are happy or mad about the game.
Okay, yeah, we don't do that. We don't do that in Pittsburgh. Oh, I need to sit closer because I keep bumping the camera.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, I thought you finished row 20 last time at the end of the stream. And we were just, I don't know, hanging out because I was on 17.
Oh, B-Boy's gonna slow me down here. I'm redeeming a joke. Okay, let's get your joke.
Oh, I still didn't change my thing.
This is good. Give FutureRush a chance to catch up. Oh, if I can grab my book. Wow, that was really hard to get out of there. Okay. All right, B-Boy. Oh, this is awful. Why did Jimmy throw the clock out the window? Why did Jimmy throw the clock out the window?
I don't know.
He wanted to see time fly. B-Boy got it. Way to go. Thanks for the redemption, B-Boy, and I'm sorry. Yikes.
Do all dad jokes come with an apology?
Oh, they do on this stream. These are laugh out loud jokes for kids. a kid that I used to foster gave me this book, and he's like, "You need to read these on your stream." And I opened it up, and I was like, "Yes, yes, I do." I underestimated how frequently that redemption would be used, so I only had like a list of maybe 50 jokes or something, and blew right through it.
Yeah.
And we used, actually, for after the list, we used Laffy Taffies for a while. I would read Laffy Taffies and
Oh, I didn't know that was
give them to my kids.
literature. I thought it was just candy.
Oh no, there's jokes on them. They're awful jokes. Lots of repeats too.
Oh.
Sometimes I have to work through 3 or 4 Laffy Taffies to find ones we hadn't read before. There's 2 jokes on each taffy.
That's not good. They need to treat them like fortune cookies.
Yeah. Infinite variety.
I think I've seen the same fortune from a fortune cookie like maybe once.
Oh, really? I've definitely never seen the same one twice, like in one sitting. But maybe I've seen repeats.
It's not like you come across fortune cookies too often, though.
Not so often. When I was a kid, I loved fortune cookies.
Every day.
I thought they were so good when I was a kid. My kids think they're awful.
They're not great.
I don't like them.
I think that they're just a lot of nothing.
Basically, yeah.
No, it's so much air. I don't mind the taste of it. They're just not even a cookie, really.
Yeah.
They're more
like
of
a little biscuit or a wafer.
Twisty wafer, yeah.
Timmy trying out our new command immediately. Look, there it is. I wrote it. Fresh radishes. I'm going to check it out if it worked.
Quack. You're a little late, Shadow Dread.
What was that? Speaking of Quack, I saw you shooting ducks earlier. What was that about?
I was a duck.
Oh, you were a duck? Were you shooting fake ducks?
Yes.
It looked like you were shooting ducks.
They were
oh, they kind of look like mummies. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not real ducks. Like, they don't move or anything.
I guess I can follow you again then.
But even the ones that do shoot back at you, they don't really move much. They're still kind of dummies. But if you get in their line of sight, they will shoot you immediately. So, I like the one-player duck game. It's pretty good.
So what do you do?
It's really challenging, but people tease me because it has some speedrunning challenges built into it.
Oh, really?
There's like pretty much with any mission you do, there is a timer on it. Mm-hmm. And how well you're able to complete, like by well I mean quickly, you finish your mission depends on whether you get bronze, silver, gold.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm trying to get gold in all of the challenges in each type. And I've completed 2 of, like, they're like little arcade cabinets that have the different types.
Cute.
And there's only a few cabinets available to me. I think I have access to 4. And so I just finished the last of the second one to get all gold. But it usually takes me a while. Like, I don't want to keep working the same thing until I get gold, so I'll jump around.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then come back to it.
Not Duck Hunt, Timmy. Duck Game. That's the name of it. It's Duck Game.
Yeah, it's called Duck Game. So most people know it as kind of up. I think 4 players is the maximum battle royale.
Oh wow!
And it resembles Super Smash Brothers or something like that.
Super Duck Brothers. 2 duck, 2 hunt. We call every sequel in this house by the 2-2 standard there, JDO. After we watched Karate Kid, my kid was like, when are we going to watch 2 Karate 2 Kid? It's the only sequel name that matters anymore. Alright, there's one of them.
What about T2?
Oh yeah, T2. 2 secret, 2 ooze. 2 teenage, 2 turtle. Untitled Goose Game. Man, that game was
I love fun. Untitled Goose Game. I wish there was DLCs and such that I could keep playing.
Rory and I played that one.
I want to keep playing more lists. And there's speed running built into that game too. After the end credits, you can keep going. You can do like speed running missions.
Really?
But again, I don't mind when it's built into the game. It's when it's put upon yourself to put a timer on your game and try to complete it faster.
Yeah.
That's what I'm not into. Because if it's built into the game, I don't get mad at it.
I get that.
I don't take a game that I like and make it into something I would hate.
I'm kind of that way with like randomizers. Like if the game is built that way, like if like a Diablo 2, I like it where it's like random built into the game, but like taking a game that's already exists and then doing a randomizer on it, I'm like a little less interested. D2, 2 mighty, 2 ducks. Yeah. T2, Terminator 2. 2 Karate 2 Kid is the Hilary Swank one. Yes, Diablo 2. What was it? We were doing, when we went to see Avatar 2 in the theater, we were like joking, like, everybody ready to go see 2 Tar? Did you get your tickets yet? And like we bought our tickets and then we were texting in the thing. And, my brother-in-law was like, yeah, Ava 2, Targement Day. And then my sister-in-law was like, okay, but really, what's the name of this movie? Because I just Googled all of those, and none of those is the actual name of the movie. So her name in my phone now is Targement Day, because she Googled Targement Day. 2 Fern, 2 Goalie, the alternative title to Avatar 2.
So I need to do a join.
Yeah, so then it stops being a spiral.
So I just slip stitch for that, right?
To join, yeah, just slip stitch it. 2 Ava 2, the 2-way 2 of 2 water. Then there was another one where it was, he put Avatar, the Lavast Tarbender. It got out of control.
Okay.
Wow. Closed caption is really trying to say the Lavast Tarbender. Okay. So
chain 2.
Yeah. See mine? So, tarbending sounds OP. So for the front post half double crochet, you just wrap one like you're gonna half double crochet, and you basically go in through the front. So you're gonna go around that post through the front.
I need to watch that video again to refresh my memory.
Well, you can watch it here. I can show you. You go
I want to yarn over. And
then around it, but like basically you're poking through the front of the beanie when you go around the post.
Is it like this?
Looks like, yep. That's exactly how you do it. Okay. Then just pull that through and then pull through all 3 for the half double crochet.
I don't know what happened to my yarn over. Let me do it again. Okay, yarn over, go behind. Okay. And then go through all 3.
Yep. And then for the back one, you're just going to do the same thing. You're going to go around that next post, but your crochet pokes through the back side first and around the front of the post. And this one's a little hard. Like, it's really easy to like slip your yarn off when you pull it through that first time, but...
Okay, I think I did it.
And then it should just
But
create
now
this.
I'm like, how am I gonna pull this through?
Yeah, it's that first
Okay,
pull
I
through
did
is
it.
like the most awkward part.
Okay.
There you go, and then finish off, and then just do that, 40 more times or 39 more times,
Okay.
and it should create these little cool ridges. I like how when Avatar 1 came out, it was supposed to shatter the very foundation of making movies. Nothing would ever be the same, and then the second one was just that Blue People movie. I like how they were like, it took 47 years to make the first movie. So they thought if we wait another 10 years, people are going to be blown away again. Has anybody ever talked about that second one? I don't think I've ever had a conversation about the second one. I went and saw it. I liked it just fine. So expensive to make, it needed to be the number 2 grossing movie all the time just to break even. I think he can afford it at this point.
Oh well, I'm just gonna pull through. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to go back and do this.
It looks like it's supposed to look kind of from my view here. I do have you like on, I have you on like low quality. Let me put you on higher quality. That makes it look much nicer. I actually got sick with vertigo the first time I watched it. I had to pull over and throw up on my way home. My cousin was freaking out. Oh, really?
From Avatar?
Yeah, that's what he's saying, from Avatar.
The thing that sucks about motion sickness is that it's not like as soon as whatever caused it's over, you're fine. It stays with you for hours.
Oh, yeah. Like, even though the cause is gone, you're...
Yeah, it can ruin your day.
Oof. Haven't seen it, huh, Timmy? You're the
So
only
now,
one.
the reason why I said that I'll probably have to do this over again is because I am losing track. I'm getting, like, absorbed into that, whatever I'm doing right now, that I can't remember what I did before it.
Oh, okay. Well, if you have one that's sticking up like this, that was the one where you went in through the front, because you like went behind it and pushed it forward, and then the little dipped ones you pushed back.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if I went behind twice.
I mean, you can always just undo it and...
Okay. So was the first one was front post.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter which one you start with, as long as you just do the next rows the same, so the ribbing stays. Weird thing is, I never had motion sickness. There was just something about how the 3D worked that just made me ill. And it's only, you watched the 3D version? I don't like 3D movies. They give me a headache.
I don't either. But it's been a long time since I've seen one.
No, the Na'vi were bad also, I think. Well, they were avatars. There were good avatars and bad avatars.
Just like Transformers.
Yeah, like Transformers. And then good humans and bad humans. Timmy, Avatar is more nuanced than that. It's like at least twice that nuanced. Blue on blue crime. You got it.
Oh, god damn it. Okay. I think I fixed that one without having to undo it.
Yeah, that'll do it, JDO.
I used to never have motion sickness when I was younger. It didn't start until I was in my 20s after I had a nervous breakdown. And I guess when you break your nervous system, that controls a lot of stuff. So a lot of stuff can happen after that.
Oh, then it's just that way forever?
It's
no.
stuck that way, yeah. I mean, things can get better, but you're never the same again.
I wouldn't know. Mine was broken before I was an adult.
Chicken Big Mac 416 is now a Twitch name.
Chicken Big Mac 416? What? Where'd you
Yeah,
get
Bug
that?
Doctor saw it in Junkyard Dave's chat. Hello, I was wondering if this is live or a repeat. It's written exactly the same as Big Mac. But
Oh,
it's Chicken
man.
Big Mac.
Chicken Big Mac.
Okay,
Next, it's going to be
Cleveland
Impossible Big Mac. Or Beyond Big Mac. Actually, I don't think McDonald's has a vegetarian option yet. Wonder if they got something in the works.
So when it's sunk back, that was when you go in from behind?
Yeah, because you're effectively like pushing it back. When you because
So I
you
think
start from
this one I
behind,
need to
but
go
you
in
put the crochet around the front of the post. Excuse me. I watched it in 3D only because those were the only tickets available.
Yeah,
It wasn't like
sounds
that old school 3D. Yeah, Sarah had the same problem when we would go see 3D movies. We never saw them voluntarily, but like if it was the only tickets available, I'd get a headache and she'd take the glasses off because they didn't fit on over her glasses. And I was like, wow, good thing we paid an extra $8 per ticket.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get the hang of this.
Good, because you have 5 rows of it.
Jeez. Okay, and I'm just kind of like feeling which ones I had done, versus which ones I haven't done by how knotted they feel.
Eventually you get enough of the pattern, it starts to look cool. And then you know you've done something right. 3D movies are neat. Yeah, I'm the same with you, JDO. Like, it's like, that's a cool effect that you tricked my brain, like fun optical illusion. But yeah, it's not like making them, it's not improving the movie. Especially the post-Avatar versions of 3D where it's like slightly more depth than usual. Well, and also a lot darker than usual. Whatever they did to make movies 3D made them really dark.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All the vibrancy was lost. There was only like 2 other movies I saw in 3D, but then I saw like in not 3D.
The movie isn't just dark?
That was what I was saying. Like at first I thought that was what it was. I was like, wow, that movie was just super dark. But then I saw it not 3D, and I was like, oh no, it was the 3D that made it all dark, I guess. But I mean, I guess that's a pretty small data set. Maybe I just made that up. Sorry, 3D movies, for picking on you. I feel like I owe 2012 an apology. The year, not the movie.
I was thinking the movie.
Maybe that one had a 3D version.
I keep forgetting that movie existed. But it would have been a good 3D movie. But the thing is, I think at the time, 3D movies were not full, like the full-length 3D. They were just parts. Just parts
yeah. Put your glasses on now for the exciting bit. The 4D, get that smell-o-vision like in the Great California Adventure. I miss when the Jason Voorhees victim's eye popped right out of the screen at you, and you could tell it was just a baseball with some paint on it.
That's one of the reasons why I gave up on horror movies in the mid-aughts, because they kept letting me down.
Yeah.
They would build up into like a really scary moment, and then they would chicken out and not show it. And then I kind of understood why, though. Being, having gone to school for video production and film studies, a lot of it is because of limitations with effects.
Sure.
It's really hard to show what they are getting at without it looking like shit.
Yeah.
Without it looking fake.
Leave it to the audience's imagination.
Yeah, it was scarier to not show you. But not to me, because I was like, I don't know. I just felt like I was being let down all the time. I'd rather watch something more psychological
Yeah.
than horror. Okay,
Not showing it is sometimes scarier than showing it, especially with the Saw hostile gore porn kind of movies where it's just kind of gross rather than frightening.
Yeah. No, I think I did this one.
What always works best for me is when you create a character in the movie with whom I connect, and then you scare them, and then the actor being scared like infects me. When a good actor is acting scared, then I'm like, I'm scared. The level of like explicit gore doesn't really make as much difference to me.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like, I get annoyed when the point of the film is to just gross you out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's cheap.
Work.
To me, that is cheap.
Yeah, do the work, movie.
Do the work. Put the writing in. Come on. Put the acting in there.
They had a 4D thing at SeaWorld? You have a SeaWorld in Australia? I didn't know that.
What's that mean, that you feel it?
4D? Yeah, explain to me what 4D is, chat.
I think that is the fourth dimension where you feel something.
I thought the fourth dimension was time, but what do I know? I mean, I guess you always do the fourth dimension at movie theaters then, because the movie takes forever. We also have fish.
The last thing I saw in 3D was Superman Returns, and back then, like I said, the whole thing isn't in 3D, just parts of it. But there was a lot of parts in that movie where I'm like 100% expecting it to be 3D, and it's not.
It's not.
And I was like, why aren't we putting our glasses on for this part, you know?
He's punching right at the screen.
Yeah. Like, there's an explosion, and I was like, why aren't these pieces coming at me?
More 3D or less 3D. Make up your mind.
But yeah, I pretty much gave up on movies altogether, and some people were like, oh, it's because nothing good happened after the 90s. Nothing good was made anymore. I was like, I don't think that's it. Despite that being true, I don't think that's it.
The true 4D is having air blow on you to simulate everything in the film. That's what it is. It's a fan. Shoots you in the face, apparently. I guess they would have called it Sea California. No, I knew they had a SeaWorld in Florida. I just figured if they had something like that in Australia, they wouldn't call it SeaWorld, you know? They'd call it something Australian-y.
Have you used this stitch before?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I have like done double crochets around the posts before, but only ever like through the front to make scarves and stuff. This is the first time I'd ever done it with a half double crochet, and it was the first time I'd ever gone through the back, and the first time I'd ever alternated.
I think I split the yarn there. Let me do that one again. I'm going super slow at this.
No sweat. Makes a cool little ribbed pattern.
Yeah, I like it.
It's not really very stretchy,
good.
but it does look cool. And a smattering of water being sprayed at you from a water bottle that's nearly empty, so you only feel like 2 drops. So it's like one of those little fan water bottles. Do they do it for you, or do they hand out everybody a little water bottle fan and say squirt/fan yourself now? Put on your glasses and squirt yourself. Timmy says he went to see a pirate-themed kids movie, and there were misters to simulate sea breeze, and they dribbled water to simulate birds pooping on you.
Oh, come on.
Like when you go on the Indiana Jones ride and those little air compressors are like the little dart traps. Yeah, there's one like that at the Great California Adventure, the Disneyland California Park in California, where you can like fly over the orange orchards and through the seaside, and they spray like, I don't know, beach smell at you. It's called Soaring Over California. I don't even know if they still have that right. I haven't been to Disneyland since 2017.
I haven't been to Disney World since 1990.
Wow. We're going to Disney World in a few months here.
And somebody whose bunny I used to sit, they would go down there, like I'd watch their bunny while they're there.
Mm-hmm.
And the father and the family told me that, like, I told them what was there when I was there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it was broken in 1990. Like, most of, when I say Disney World, I mean like MGM Studios, Epcot Center, and Universal.
Everything,
and
Magic Kingdom, all that,
The only thing that I cared about was Universal. Mm-hmm. And so much of it was broken.
Aww.
And he said E.T. was still there, and I think that was it.
And the rest was gone. Kids today haven't heard of any of those movies.
So it was back in the day of like King Kong, and there was a Ghostbusters. It wasn't a ride, it was like a theater that broke down in the middle of our show. There was an Indiana Jones was done in the same way, where it was like, it was more of a stage production.
Mm-hmm.
That was okay. I think the Jaws attraction just wasn't running with our schedule. Like, it just didn't line up with our schedule.
Oh, really?
So I think we just missed it. I don't think it was broken.
Oh, interesting. When we, like, Universal in Hollywood, the Jaws was just part of the tram. Like, you'd ride the tram around and tour the lot, and Jaws was just part of that. Like, Jaws would pop up and snap at the tram. It wasn't its own separate attraction.
Ride when I was down there.
But I mean, I went in like third grade.
Future was a ride. Like, there's a lot of stuff there today that I never got to experience.
Yeah, Back to the Future didn't exist when I went to Universal. Like, it hadn't been built that ride yet. I remember seeing commercials for it later and being like, that wasn't there when I went. We did ride on E.T. though. It was like E.T. in the tram, and that was like it. Although I thought the tram was cool. Like, I liked the touring around and seeing the behind the movie magic scenes stuff.
Yeah, I like that stuff. I was like really into special effects, and that's why I only cared about Universal. But we got T-shirts, and we were sitting at a bench, and I think my parents were waiting for my brother and I to be done with the ride or something.
Mm-hmm.
And when we came back to meet them, we all got up and walked off and left our bag of T-shirts there.
No!
And when we went back, they were gone. We went back to look for them, and they were gone.
Man.
So that was a bummer.
Right now, somebody's telling the story about the time they found 4 free T-shirts at Universal, and it was the best day ever.
And then we had the Mickey Mouse ears hats, my brother and I. And we left them in the car in like the back seat, and I think they might have been like where the window was of our rental car in the back. And it was so hot that they melted.
They melted?
Yeah, the ears melted.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, I think I forgot to yarn over. I come up with only 2 loops.
They should give you a powdered wig before getting on the ride. Timmy and JDO are over here designing a theme park. The Murica theme park.
Oh, they had, I don't know what part of the park this was, or which theme park it was, but they had the Michael Jackson movie with the lasers and stuff.
Uh-huh.
That was there. I can't remember what it's called though.
I saw like a Terminator one once where we traveled through time, and a guy on a motorcycle drove up on the stage and like lip synced to some Arnold Schwarzenegger pre-recorded lines and didn't look anything like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh.
I also saw the Waterworld show once. Where was the Waterworld show? I don't even remember. Was that Universal? I don't remember who had the Waterworld show with the jet skis and stuff.
That sounds familiar.
Let's see. Oh, we've got a Australian. We're learning an Australian word here. What is a drongo? We've got JDO's wife here has translated. Drongo means idiot.
Oh, God shows his mom this, and she says it looks good. She loves to crochet.
Oh.
Does she know about the front post half double crochet and the back post half double crochet? Because that's what I'm doing for the first time right here.
Yeah.
And it makes this little ridge.
We're doing something new. Hi, Gobs and Gobs, Mom. We also love to crochet.
But it's a little tricky. I'm having some. I'm like going super slow because I don't want to do the same thing twice, and I feel like I am anyways.
Whereas I'm speedrunning this Beanie.
Yeah, he's speedrunning. He's much faster than me.
I'm trying to set a world record here.
So I'm only halfway, probably around, not even halfway around the first round of this stitch.
Yeah, right. Every time I've ever asked my mother if she's like knows a thing or has heard a thing, she's like, "Of course. She's been crocheting for 65 years."
See, what I think I am sometimes doing, it looks like it's pretty universal. What I think I'm doing sometimes is I'm skipping stitches. I'm skipping posts or something.
All right.
Because the ones that are set back just look like regular ones. So I'm not sure on this one. I think I need to push it back.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I had that problem like when I first started crocheting with like, did I already put one in that one? I can't tell. And then just put another one in, ended up with like 3 double crochets in one stitch. Like, cool it, man. You already got that one.
Yeah, and then you learn what to look for.
Yeah, especially like if I do a decrease, you know, because you only go through the front loop of both of them. And then I'm like, did I go through this one again? It's also a bird. So it's like calling somebody a turkey. Wait, a drongo is a chicken and an idiot?
Come on.
Kind of looks like a mini crow. Okay.
There we go.
I mean, we use the phrase bird brain. I don't know if there's like a smart bird. I guess those like African gray parrots. Alex was pretty smart.
Oh, African grays are supposed to be one of the smartest animals that are around.
Next time I call somebody a bird brain, I'll be like, except for African gray parrots, obviously. Goes without saying. I'm not calling you an African gray parrot. I'm calling you a turkey or a drongo. I'm going to call my kids drongo.
Turkeys are not. I saw this turkey that was trying to open up a peanut, and it could not figure it out.
Man.
What it should do is what crows do and step on the peanut and then tear it with its beak.
Yeah.
But it would just pick up the peanut and throw it on the floor.
Yeah. It's never going to work, bro.
Throw it back on the floor. I was like, you dumb. There's a squirrel nearby, like, what the fuck, dude?
Right. So I got bird feeders in my backyard. I love the birds, love feeding the birds. And the squirrels kept knocking over one of my bird feeders. So I was at the store the other day, like 2 weeks ago, I guess, and they had spicy bird food because birds don't sense capsaicin, but squirrels do. So it was like anti-squirrel food. I was like, I'll give this a try. And I put it out there, and this cute little red squirrel, this adorable little red squirrel comes up and is like, here we go. Oh, God, what's that? And does like a backflip and then like stares at it like, what is that? And then he comes and he checks out my other bird feeder, and then he sat on the rock and like cried for 30 minutes. He made this like meh, 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 meh sound for like 30 minutes, and then I felt bad. I was like, oh, you poor squirrel. Okay, I'm gonna go buy some squirrel food. So I go buy a bag of peanuts, and I put them in a bowl, and I was like, here, next to the bird feeder. I'm like, these are for the squirrels. And these two Stellar's jays just came up and turkeyed it. They picked up all the peanuts and just threw them on the ground, and then the dog ate them. It's like, those are for the squirrels. What are you doing? So now I gotta like concoct some kind of squirrel feeder because I feel bad that the squirrel can't eat the spicy seed. I don't mind feeding the squirrels. I just didn't want them knocking over the bird feeder.
Can I show this, Dobbs, on stream? I just show my phone, but he says that just send a pic on Discord of her blanket she just finished today.
Oh, ooh, what do we got?
She said to show you.
Let's see it.
So, yeah, it's pretty neat. I'm looking at the stitch here.
Oh my gosh,
I have no idea.
The little scalloped
how
edges.
She did that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's like lacy.
Really nice.
Very nice.
So it looks kind of pink on the phone because of the lighting. But
oh,
yeah,
that's
that looks
pretty.
really nice.
Kind of like a waffle stitch. Absolutely lovely.
There's a couple different things going along the edge there.
Absolutely lovely, Gobs Mom.
Good job.
Much prettier than the blanket I'm making. Here, you want to see the blanket I'm making?
Oh, not your like spares. Your spare.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is all my leftover bits of yarn. Yeah, look at that gorgeousness.
Can you see Mickey's stream, Gobs?
All the pieces.
That looks cool. That looks like a scarf right now. But
it does.
Yeah, that looks really
so
cool.
like it's like a granny square Afghan, but I actually started with a granny snake, which is a thing I invented, which is just a long one.
Granny snake.
Yeah, so that when it's done, it won't be a granny square, it'll be a granny rectangle. Hey, thanks for that follow, Purple Cheshire Girl, and for that side up.
Wait a minute.
Hey, Gobs.
What am I doing here?
Oh, also thanks for the follow for that side up, Gobs. Yeah, this is my leftover bits of yarn blanket, and gosh, it's every different weight of yarn, every different kind of yarn. Here we have some Icelandic yarn that Sarah brought me back from Iceland. A lot of just ridiculous colors going into this thing. Here's the yarn ball that it's being made from. Started out like the size of a volleyball.
Oh my god. What did I do? Oh my god.
This is how I'm just getting through all this ancient yarn. It's kind of fun actually to go back through it and be like, oh, I remember this yarn from when I made that Minecraft chicken or whatever it was. Stash Buster. Yeah, I had to do something with my all my little leftover bits of yarn, and well, if it's like even 3 inches long, I can fit a piece of yarn into that thing.
Oh my god.
And it's funny because it makes this hideoso blanket at the end, but people kind of like the hideous blanket. They're like, actually, it's kind of charming.
See, I always imagined that I would give mine, which I haven't been doing. I should do it, but I still have my scraps just in a bag. But I just figured, if I have a pet again, it could just have that. It's best suited for not a human. It could be an emergency blanket. That's fine too.
Do you crochet or knit? Cheshire Girl, Purple Cheshire Girl. I don't even get out of bed for anything less than Norse yarn. Apparently, Icelandic wool is like a thing. Like half the people in Iceland sell wool to the other half or something. Really? Apparently, it's like a thing. Or at least that's what the salesperson told Sarah when she was there in Reykjavik. And she actually brought me home it was a beanie making kit. Came with 4 different colors of yarn, and you made a little Icelandic wool beanie, and it was so itchy.
Oh.
But it was cool.
Yeah,
I liked
I'm not a big fan of wool because of that reason. But if it's mixed material, it's okay.
Yeah. It was too itchy
wool
for me.
seems to be all right.
Merino wool's all right. Yeah, it's not too itchy, and it's a little bit kind of water resistant, which is nice. It was cool though, because I'd never made a beanie like that. The way that one was made, it was made knit, but like vertically. So you knit, but you knit like a cone and then sealed it together at the end. So you actually like knit it around that way and then knit the brim down. So it was like exciting because I got to knit it a new way, and you know, because it was like a fun little memento Sarah got for me.
Yeah.
And I wore it a couple times on stream, but it was too itchy. Well, now that I got Psyduck hat, I don't really wear anything else. Psyduck hat bumped all the other hats.
Why was she in Iceland?
She just got like one of those targeted ads where it's like cheap tickets to Iceland. She's like, should I go to Iceland? I'm like, yeah, you should go to Iceland. And she went for a week and had fun with her brother and sister.
Well, Iceland, according to AAA, it seems like a place that has something for everyone.
Oh yeah.
Like if you like cold weather, you're good. If you like warm weather, you're good. If you like the beach, you're good. If you like the mountains, you're good. Like it has everything.
If you like giant glaciers on the beach, you're good. Yeah. Yeah, she had fun. She did say that all the water there smells like eggs, though. It's like all got methane in it. Oh. So like all the water there kind of stinks. But no. She says that the locals have gotten used to it. She even tried that fermented shark that tastes like urine. Said it was gross.
It tastes like urine.
Yeah. It's like filled with ammonia. Urine. They take this like shark and ferment it and smash it to like smash all the oil out of it or something. And what's left is it's like the texture of cheese, but apparently it tastes like ammonia. My yarn collection is bananas, says Purple Cheshire Girl. I could literally decide right now to make some huge project. That's how mine is, Purple Cheshire Girl. Crochet, and if it's, oh, purple, okay, purple. Have dabbled in knitting, yeah, sulfur water, yeah. A vacation in this economy. Yes, I did do that. So I made that one with the granny squares, and then I have another one over here.
Oh my god.
That I made in fall color. So I originally made this one for my wife, Sarah, and just hung it up there because she said that the screen that I used is too distracting. She says, too busy a pattern. So I just hung this up over it, and she's like, that's really nice. Stop using my blanket, make yourself one. And so I made it in the purple, green, and yellow to match all the little sprites flying by. So it was never used as a blanket. It was designed and made to hang there, but worked out. And that's actually, this yellow yarn that I'm using right now is some of the leftover yarn from that blanket. Oh, here, want to see something cool? That's cool. Purple. We call that, my yarn collection's not quite that big because I have been doing a pretty good job of getting rid of it, but we call it sable when your stock is amassed beyond your life expectancy. Basically, you don't have enough time left in your life to use up all the yarn you got. So here's a housewarming gift. It's not going to show up super well, that I made for my friend. They just bought a house. It's a crocheted succulent pot. So it's a bunch of little succulents.
Is that what it's going to be, or is that the one you made?
That's the one I made. The picture it does not showing up well. Maybe it'll show up better on this camera here. Nope, that's worse.
Like the last we saw it didn't have plants in it yet.
Yeah, we got the plants in and we shipped it out today. It was super cute.
Yeah.
And that pattern was really nice. And actually, so the purple, it's cool. The woman who did this pattern, her name is June Gilpin, I think. She's actually done like 4 different ones, so you can like mix and match succulents from all the different ones. And she also does little patterns for just little individual pots, so you can just stick them in the little pots by themselves. You don't have to do the whole. Turn down the brightness on the phone. Oh my gosh, you're asking a lot from me. I'm really old. Let's see if this works. Okay, turn down the brightness on my phone. That actually is quite a bit better. Look at that. Good idea, Purple. So this one had 4 little succulents. You can't really see the cactus. It's the one with the flower on top, and then the aloe vera, and a little hanging thing, and something called a pagoda succulent. It turned out pretty cute. And the basket has this cool little weave on it. These little decorative brim. Looked really nice. And I put some to like make it so it wasn't just like a pillow, like a little amigurumi. I actually glued the top of a pineapple can to the bottom to keep it flat, and then I taped a bunch of like bolts old bolts that used to hold together furniture to it just to give it some heft to hold it down. I love going through my garage and finding old hardware and junk I'm never going to use for anything else and hiding it inside crafts. I've done that before with like amigurumis too, where I'll like glue dimes in the bottom of the feet or something just to make them flatter. Works pretty good.
That's a good idea, because like the knit amigurumi bunny I have, which is not really, it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
But it always falls over, and I always try to flatten the bottom, and I can never figure out how. But I'd have to take it apart to do that.
Oh yeah, it's too late now, but yeah, next time you make one, I highly recommend gluing some coins in the bottom. Worked out great, and just adding a little bit of weight down there helps. You got a black thumb, you couldn't kill this. You couldn't kill these succulents there, purple. Succulents are for people who can't keep a houseplant alive, and these succulents are for people who can't keep a succulent alive.
I made a lotus flower before. That was a cool pattern, and it was all done in one thing, and you didn't have to attach anything.
Man, I love when it's one thing.
It was amazing.
I'm always into patterns where it's like, just keep going forever until you're done.
It definitely looks like I did the same thing 3 times.
Hey, that's. Oh, you mean? Yeah, it kind of does.
These last 3.
Lost your ridge. Good thing you caught it now, not on your next round. I have caused the demise of many succulents. Oh yeah, I've killed every succulent. I tell you what, Purple, I've killed every succulent that I have tried to keep like at my desk. But then last year I planted some succulents in a little planter out in front of my house, and those things are not just still alive, they're like growing. Like they started out as just those kind of like tiny little succulents, and then I've grown like 12 inches tall, and they've got flowers on the top and stuff. I'm like, way to go, little guys. They're like spreading around the box. I'm like, these succulents have taken over. The ones I've neglected the most. The only water they get is like when from the sprinkler and from, Washington Sky, but like I don't take care of them. And they're alive. But the one on my desk that I like meticulously care for immediately dies.
Orchids are also very easy.
Orchids.
You just put a tiny bit of water in them once in a great while, and they're fine.
No, I mean, I'll overwater them and kill them. I got Sarah orchids, and I killed them in like 2 weeks because I overwatered them. I was like, they're from the rainforest. They need lots of water, right? Guess not.
Nope. I believe they're from the desert.
Oh. I'm not a horticulturalist. What do I know?
It still looks like that.
Can grow a vegetable garden without a problem. That's where I want to go next. I want to get my backyard all fixed up, plant a bunch of vegetables, and watch the beagle dig them all up. What is the point of a succulent? Is it just like a little plant and that's it? Or does it grow something edible?
All right.
I mean, aloe vera is used to treat like sunburns. You can also eat it. It's disgusting. I had a coworker who used to eat aloe vera every day. He swore it like kept him young. And I was like, give me some of that, Brian. I'll try some aloe vera. And I tried it. I was like, that's disgusting. I can't believe you eat that. Not only was it like totally slimy in texture, it was just one of the worst flavors ever. I was like, I'd rather die than stay young if that's what it takes. If that's the fountain of youth, I'm embracing my mortality now. Oh, you're in Washington? I was a travel RN and did a contract. Oh, yeah. I'm about like 45 minutes north of Tacoma. Oh, yeah. Especially in the summer. It's gorgeous up here. I'm originally from Los Angeles, but my wife's family, Sarah, they're all here. So, and now my kids are Washingtonians. Although they say totally endued, because I say totally endued. So they got a little bit of California.
I thought everybody said that these days.
We said it first, dude.
Okay.
You know, everybody in Washington says, no worries. No worries. No worries, constantly. So purposely, just to not blend in, I say, no
Also,
sweat.
I feel like that's everywhere now.
Say no sweat.
Hey, Chainsaw Bear. I'm sorry. Like,
drunk.
I'm not looking at chat very much at all.
Hey, what's up, Chainsaw Bear?
It's
Totally, dude.
so slow when I'm crocheting. Like, there's almost no chat activity that I finally look up. I'm like, oh, holy shit, someone said something.
Oh, man.
I wonder how old that is.
I've done that before. And then I watch the VOD, and it's like 8 minutes later. I'm like, Michael, come on. Focus up, bro. What are you doing?
No worries.
No worries. No worries. Yeah, no worries. Aloe vera is a succulent and can get pretty big and has many uses. You can eat cactus, which grow prickly pears. We actually just had a prickly pear recently. I don't remember what it, like maybe in a charcuterie or something. It's pretty tasty. I mean, dragon fruit is a cactus, isn't it? Like the little red ones with the little scale looking things. Those are prickly pears, right? Pretty sure that's a cactus. Like if you pull dragon fruit seeds out of the dragon fruit and grow them, I'm pretty sure you'll grow a cactus. Somebody, quick, go buy a dragon fruit and tell me what happens when you plant it. Purple, you're the one with the who can grow vegetables. Does a prickly pear count as a vegetable? I thought it was a cactus. The dragon fruit? Man, it wouldn't be the first time I said something ridiculous to me. Don't ask me to do it, it'll die. Especially if it's a cactus, right? How funny. I lived on Long Lake in Port Orchard. Yeah. Went up to Keyport, Silverdale. Okay. Been out to Port Orchard. The kids that so we do foster care, and the 2 kids that we have in our care right now came out from over that way. They were on Bremerton. And so like the case is still like, or well, not anymore, but the case was like always a Bremerton case. It was always like a Kitsap County case. So like our social workers, an hour and a half away. Like it's always really obnoxious. For them, not for me. I didn't have to go drive to visit them. They had to come drive to visit us. But they would often just send a courtesy caseworker to do the home visits and stuff. Somebody who lives nearby. Maybe it's because dragon is in the title and I'm racist. Maybe. Even if that's not why, you can still be racist, though, Timmy. That's fine. Yeah, Bremerton Farriers are 5 minutes from house.
I think I got around here.
Nice. Okay, so when you join that, like, it threw me off a little bit at first, because you don't join it, like, to the first half double crochet. You kind of just stick it on the chain there. Like, if you can really see it.
So I was gonna go where my stitch marker is, which is from when that was before I did the chain 2.
Okay, so like kind of actually just wrap it around the chain 2. Do your slip stitch now. You did just one behind, right?
So I want to do this one, like not the one my marker is in, but 2 chains after that.
Yeah, like above it into that gap, and then it doesn't create the exact same stitch, but just put that part on the back of your head, I guess. That way the next, because then you do a slip stitch there, then you chain 2, and then you'll be going behind, or well, in front of the post again.
So I'm a little confused. How do I am I not doing a slip stitch? You
are, yeah, definitely. You're gonna need the slip stitch. Here, I'll go back to that part right there.
I'll go to, like, I'm slip stitching into the second chain.
I mean, you don't even have to slip stitch into the chain. So you have this, like your chain 2 right here should create this little gap right there.
Let me make your window big because I can't really see it.
So you should, like, this is your last stitch where you just went behind right there. And then this is your chain 2 right there. And then this is your first half double crochet. You can just go like through there for your slip stitch.
Okay, so I'm hearing you before I can see.
Of course.
So when you said, here's your thing, and then I'm like...
Then 10 seconds later.
I don't think that's what you're saying, though.
This right here.
Yeah, because the stream is slower than Discord.
Yeah, sure. But you can...
Okay. Yeah. So what I see is that you have a loop pulled up.
Yeah, so this loop right here, that's just from where I just finished the last half double crochet. Okay. And then my slip stitch is going to go in right there, which is this right here is the, when you get around to it, is the chain 2 that I did at the beginning.
Okay,
oh boy.
So it sounds like I'm slip stitching into the second chain. That still sounds like I'm slip.
Let's see what you got. I mean,
so this right here, that's the second chain of this row where you chain 2. You start off chaining 2. That's the second chain right there.
Just stick it under there. It doesn't even have to be through a particular stitch.
This is the first. This is the front post. This is the very first half double crochet.
Yep. So yeah, that basically that little loop you have there, just go ahead and stick it through there.
So that would be the third. It's kind of like the third chain.
I mean, it's not gonna, like, I didn't stick it through the top one there and like in the tight space. I just stuck it through the big hole that's there. I didn't stick it through a particular stitch.
Okay. So okay, I know what you're talking about. It's going into that post. Okay, so slip this.
But like, it probably won't matter where you stick it. Then it looks like you got it there. And so then, yeah, slip stitch, then chain 2, and you should be in a good position from there to do the next front post half double crochet.
Okay. I should count. Just to make sure, I should count.
Well, if you ended on a back and you started on a front, you didn't even number, so you'd have had to mess up twice. All right, let's try and read. I'm getting into a 0. Hang on 1 second. Okay. Makers and crafting sounds good. Hey, what's up, Spiffers? It is off a cactus, but it's not the same as a prickly pear. The prickly pear is also known as an aponcha, while the dragon fruit is known as a pitaya. Well, okay. Oh, so I didn't mean that it was the prickly pear, but like a prickly pear. So that's cool. So it is a cactus. Dragon fruit is off a cactus. I'm getting to a 0. Okay. Zero's. I gotta read Zero's message here. Super Jurassic, Super Castle, Super Wonder, Altered Solar, Excitebike Castle, Genshin Heroes, Honkai Chips Boy, Adventure Final of Star Jetman, Might and Star Makers, Binding Park, Magica, Battletoads, Smash Street, Contra Fantasy, Dragon Hunt Challenge, Fox for Rampage, The Rail, The Impact, The Crasher, Strategic, Mario Crafts, Trap, Golden Fighter Edition, Sword, Emblem, Mystic Fire, Beast Bros, Island Winds, Warrior Quest 264-312, 3 Quest, Warp Ship. Whew. Very nice. Very nice. Man. I like that thing. It gets longer every time I add a new category. Pretty soon I'll be able to sing opera. I need to play more games. Tomorrow we're going to play a game. So here's the deal, everybody. We finally got permission. The 6-year-old can stream with me. So tomorrow he's coming on. We're going to play some Kirby's Adventure.
Okay. I have 80 here.
I mean, you could redeem Mario 64. I'll make him play it. The Mario 64 redemption is only temporarily turned off while I'm crocheting with FutureRush. It'll be back tomorrow. I told you they notice. Where'd it go? Oh, oops.
So I can't remember. Front is when you're going in the back, right? You're going in the back. Or no? No. Front, you're going through the front. Back, you're going through the back. Although, if you reverse that, it's also worked, because when you go through the front, you go around the back of the post, and when you go through the back, you go around the front of the post. So yeah, I didn't name them. I mean, it makes more sense because I'm thinking, where do I enter? And yeah, okay. So then, okay, that's front foot. Then that would be front, yeah. So that works for you. But I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter how you think of it, as long as you just do the same thing. It should be easier after that row because I can see it. Oh yeah, you can just copy the one that's right underneath it for sure. Yeah. It might be kind of easy to skip the back row if you're not careful, but. All right, split this join. So I don't like this yarn because of that reason, but
Oh yeah,
I
it
like
does
the
split.
color.
Oh, the color's green. I love the color.
There's not that much of this
No
yarn
reason.
left. They're
I'm running pretty low myself.
liquidating it.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that
what the
that's
heck?
what you meant.
This got ruined.
Oh yeah. Yep. I got a lot of yarn doing that on my ugly blanket. Can you crochet a heel slime? I absolutely can. In fact, Zero, I did knit slime socks once. So I could totally crochet a heel slime. Totally could. Totally, dude. None of my 30k rashes have anything to say about it. Don't get your hopes up about Kirby. He would actually he'd probably have fun playing Mario 64. And he'd probably be as bad as I am at it. At least I hope so. Gosh, it'd be embarrassing if he were better at it.
You need company.
Let me redeem 64 and just have FutureRush play it. I tried to make her sing the other day. She wouldn't do it.
I also didn't know the song.
Actually, it was your song, Timmy. Your song it came on the jam list the other day. That Poison song. Fallen Angel.
Like maybe if I could hear the music that it goes with.
You could do like a karaoke.
Yeah. Because you can hear the music, right? Isn't there music or you just sing it?
No, I just sing it.
Yeah.
Just a cappella.
Sometimes I can't. I have a hard time recognizing songs if it's just the vocal.
That's not even the first time we've had it, Timmy.
Someone doing the vocal.
That was the second time we've sung Fallen Angel. Can I knit solid Mario 64 gameplay? Maybe for someone else. I actually have knit, or not knit, but crocheted little Mario amigurumi, little Luigi, little Bowser. My nephew insists that for his birthday he needs a Princess Peach, so that Mario has someone to rescue from Bowser. So of course he'll get it, because when my nephews ask me if I'll crochet or knit them something, it warms my heart. The last thing I wanted from my mom on my birthday was something knit. Island in the Sun? We don't have Island in the Sun. You mean Suzanne? Yeah, Suzanne's come on a couple times. I think twice we've sung Suzanne. We sang Suzanne recently, in fact. Instructions unclear. You get a toad. Graboid and Valentine. You need a Valentine amigurumi next. Now that's a good horror movie. Tremors. I loved that movie when I was a kid.
B-Boy's off to bed. Good luck, don't slip. Get that yarn, PB.
Good night, B-Boy.
Thanks, B-Boy. I don't know how long that message has been there because I had my OBS covered up.
Oh, it wasn't there that long. I just glanced over there a few minutes ago and it wasn't there. So.
Okay.
Not super long. Suzanne. I know, it's not really like on it. It was like just a little weird indie song they never put on any album. No, well, because you asked for Sweater Song, and I was like, well, I could do Sweater if you want, but it's like not the most exciting a cappella song. And you're like, well, any Weezer's fine. And so I was like, well, I already know the words to Suzanne. But if you want me to change it to Island in the Sun, we can do that. Or if you want the Sweater Song, we can switch it back to Sweater Song. If you want to destroy my sweater, pull this thread as I walk away. I walk away. The greatest hits of William Shatner. I mean, if it came out at the right time. You should have done My Eveline. I'm not super familiar with Weezer's body of work. That's why I picked Suzanne, because it was the Weezer song I knew. Because it was in that Silent Bob movie, Mallrats. You're all I want to... And you can sing the whole song in like 30 seconds. Well, that's nice. Always fun to get the whole song out instead of just a verse and a chorus. I'll get around to that as soon as I finish all the other stuff on my to-do list.
Oh, it's midnight already. Holy shit.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that alarm just went off that told me it was 9, and I still didn't realize.
I'm gonna try to finish this row, and then I'll have to call it.
Okay.
So if I could
Hopefully
just not split my yarn.
I can pop on earlier on Wednesday. Prevent you from killing any more ducks.
I might not play that game. Like, I'm trying to just play games that don't have endings. And I actually had planned on streaming Fall Guys today, but it would require getting my my gaming laptop and plugging it into the capture card, because this computer's not strong enough to, not powerful enough to stream and do 3D games at the same time.
Sure, yeah.
And that's just too much stuff. It was
Mine
just too
gets a
much
little
stuff
jittery when I try when Rory plays Genshin Impact. Like, the VOD looks okay and the stream looks okay, but like while it's happening, my computer's like, "Whoa, buddy!" But I'm actually getting a new computer.
VODs are always fine, because like you might see a skip now and then if something was frozen in live, but live, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the VOD keeps going where
The VOD's
live
smooth.
doesn't. The VOD's just like the recording continues even when you're not live, so you can't tell.
Yeah, I had a one time when I was playing, I think it was Link to the Past, and our internet dropped out, and it took me a couple minutes to notice, like, I wasn't live anymore. I was like, wow, 12,000 dropped frames. What's happening? Oh, I don't have internet. But like, I just kept recording my VOD, and so I was like, oh, hi YouTube. Guess we'll finish this one later. Okay, so I think I just did my 5th row. So this is what the brim will look like when it's all the way around. And then it's just single crochets and fasten it off.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to finish this part off stream.
No sweat. All right, let's see. All right. We're going to do our double raid a little differently tonight. I'm going to raid you, and then you raid everyone else.
Okay, fine.
If you're not following FutureRush,
Follower. Fresh radishes.
It like surprised me. For some reason, I thought it was going to say meat, and it didn't say meat. It said radishes. Hi, bye, Vanix. Thanks for coming. Everyone go say Mickey Dad raid to FutureRush. No.
Hi, everybody.